everybody. Colin Costello, West Coast editor for Real 360 and Real Chicago, and welcome to our latest Zoom chat. You know, one of my favorite shows over the last 4 seasons has been The Chi, which is on Showtime every Sunday night. That can be attributed to its great creator, Lena Waithe, the fantastic writer's room she's put together, and the extraordinary cast. You know, if you pay attention to outlets outside of Chicago, all you ever think about the South Side is gangbanging and bullets flying. And that's so not true. The South Side is filled with personalities. It's filled with love. It's filled with family. It's filled with religion and worship for God. It's filled with people with goals who are hardworking and richness. And that's why Lena's portrayal of this neighborhood in The Chi is just it's so lovely to watch every weekend. And one of those reasons is one of the actors on the show, Rolando Boyce. Rolando is a Chicago actor who moved to LA, but he comes back to play Darnell, the tracksuit wearing, Bluetooth headset wearing baby daddy of Emmett. And whenever Rolando's on screen, we see all the heart, hard work, and just pure richness that he brings to this character. Let's just watch in this clip.
AAA ain't nothing but a scam. Got some jumping cables in my trunk right now. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm in the car right now. Hey, look, just pop the hood and I'll be there like in 15 minutes. I'm on the damn run. I got you.
Dudes like you, why I never trust nobody when they say they on the way?
It's a figure of speech.
No, it ain't.
Boy, shut up. Where my wife at?
Could you please stop calling it that? Y'all only been dating for what, 2 months?
It's gonna be my forever, son.
That's what you said about your third ex-wife.
Hey, babe.
Hey, sugar pie.
Y'all take that outside?
Be jealous. Now, let me get that French toast sandwich with extra cheese.
I got it. I'll hook you up.
Hurry up. Got my boy stranded on the side of the road.
Boy, don't rush me.
I know you like to take it nice and slow.
Yeah, can y'all please take that shit somewhere else?
Let's meet Rolando Boyce. Yeah, for sure. Hey, everybody, it's Colin Costello with Real 360, and I have the pleasure of speaking with the actor Rolando Boyce from The Chi, which is now in its 4th season. On the series, Rolando plays Darnell, and everyone loves his tracksuits, and we're going to find out if he has any say in them or is it just the wardrobe designer. Rolando, how's it going, man?
I'm good. How you doing, Colin?
I am good. Congrats on a 4th season.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Every day I appreciate it, man. It's a blessing, you know, to work as an actor is not easy. So
Sure.
You know, the funny thing about it, now that I say how grateful I am, is that originally my character Darnell was written for 3 episodes in season 2.
But I felt like you had an impact. Welcome back to LA. We are in Hollywood for sure, in the Hollywood office. The helicopters and the music. But I felt like in those 3 episodes you had an impact, and couldn't tell about your character if your character was kind of gray. Couldn't tell if he was good, bad, and or a little bit gray in between, but really become one of the likable characters on the series, as we just saw in the clip from episode 1, where you're at the chicken place and your new girlfriend, your forever.
My forever one, right?
Your forever.
Again, yeah. No, it's really I think at the beginning, I think the writers, maybe they weren't sure what was going to happen with the character, but you know, the 3 episodes that was written in for season 2 turned into 5 episodes, and then I got 4 episodes in season 3, and in this season I'll be in 6 episodes. So I'm just glad that you know, I appreciate the fan support. I think that helps a lot. You know, the fans you know, digging my character, and yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting, as you saw in the first clip. Now I'm connected to Lala.
Which should really prove to be interesting.
Yeah.
But I have never seen Darnell without that Bluetooth in his.
You know what? Sometimes people ask me, was that a choice of mine? And it wasn't.
Okay.
You had made a comment about the tracksuits too. It was part of the description of the character when I got the description to play it, and I was like, okay, I get that. I can see that. I've seen those kind of guys in Chicago, as you probably have too.
Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
and it just works. It's funny now when I'm on set. Almost every time someone will come up and be like, "Are you wearing it now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Or sometimes I'll be like, "No, not right now." And it's just now it's a thing of just playing with it and not sure, and not to overdo it, but when the time is right.
Right, no, for sure. And it's funny because he hasn't updated to like an earbud. It's like still. I was just looking at the clip again, and I'm like, it still has like the little ring over the ear. That is some South Side Chicago. It's like,
It is.
yeah,
It
I'm not
definitely
gonna
is.
update. I like my Bluetooth like this.
It's hilarious. It is an upgrade earpiece from last season. It's the
Okay,
same kind,
okay.
but it is an updated earpiece. So I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
a
I
little
don't know. If
shopping.
I were Verizon or Samsung, I would get you to endorse Bluetooths.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
So let's talk a little bit about this season because yeah, the clip that we saw is comical and everything, but it's really dealing the series overall. It really goes back and forth between that comedy and drama, and that's probably a lot due to Lena Waithe.
Hmm.
But it's dealing with a serious. It's like looking at today's topics, the South Side dealing with the police,
Exactly. Yeah, I think
police
that.
abuse, and everything.
Yeah, it's I think that Shy consistently always deals with subjects that we as a community can all understand. It doesn't matter if you're living in Chicago, South Side of Chicago, any kind of inner city here in the States, you'll be able to understand. Just like last season, dealing with the kidnapping of Keisha, and that we
Yeah.
were able to see that. And I think this season, you know, kudos to the writers, Lena Waithe and everyone, that they're able to tap into the injustice that's going on in our cities, and now that the boys are grown of age, and then you'll be able to see that, and I think it's going to impact the viewers, the fans in a
Yeah.
real in a real way. You know what I mean?
Well, Showtime seems to be good with that as a network because Shameless, which just ended,
Hmm.
they totally leaned into the whole COVID, the pandemic,
Yeah.
wearing masks, and they
Hmm.
totally leaned in. And now again with something like The Shy, just going really topical for something that we as Black people we've known about this for a long time. So a lot of times I wonder almost like who is it targeted at, because it's like we've known about this for a long time,
Right.
like police abuse and everything, and now it's just like all of a sudden we have to bring it to the forefront again because
And so, well,
we've been saying this for years.
yeah. Yeah, and sometimes how they say art imitates life. Sometimes
Yeah,
when you put it out there on the screen, someone who's not going through our lives like as we go through our lives,
sure.
at least they'll be able to see it, and maybe it'll impact them. Even though we're watching, it's a majority of us watching, but maybe it'll be able to impact and touch some people who still haven't gotten it yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 for sure. How do you feel about, because lately we've had a lot more stories of color and everything, and I've been hearing now the term trauma porn coming out, especially with episodes of Them and even Lovecraft Country to a certain extent, which has been leaning into Black issues, but now there's a little bit of a Black audience, or at least I'm picking that up, saying I don't want to see any more trauma. Like they're saying the term trauma porn.
Right.
Oh, I hope the message gets across, the great message gets across from what the Shy is doing, as opposed to, we don't want to see this again.
Yeah, and you just actually brought it up, Colin. I think that the Shy gives you that balance too.
Yeah,
It's not like you're getting just a whole bunch of, it's like like you said, trauma porn or whatever. It's just
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
so much negativity. I mean, you get the balance. There's also a lot of love. You know what I mean? And
There
then
is.
dealing
There
with
there is.
as this season comes into it, that Tiff and Emmett are dealing with the newlyweds, and they're dealing with their
Right.
relationship. You know what I mean? We still have to see what's going on in the lives of different characters with Keisha and with now that and Trig dealing with Jake, and raising him, and
Yeah.
now Duda is the
Sure.
mayor. You know what I mean? And now he's going into the whole thing with the police, and they shifted away from the police and everything dealing with the cops on the show last season, but now it's coming back. You know what I mean?
Right, right. And I mean, to me, that's why The Shy is a good reflection of life, because it's not just dealing with, you know, the cop trauma. It is dealing, like you said, with life. It's dealing
Hmm.
with relationships. It's dealing with Darnell's relationship with his forever now. And it's funny, and it's joyful, and you wanna see more of it, you know.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's I know that you always know that there's a flow of the show, and I know that sometimes it may come to a scene where me and I know that the scene will get a laugh, but I don't as an actor, I don't come in trying to play the laugh. I just try to play it real, and I think through
That's
the
why the laugh comes in there, because
exactly.
when I'm teaching, I'll tell my screenwriting students that are writing comedy, I'm like, you don't write comedy as comedy. You write it. It's not The comedy is not comedy to the characters involved. It's
Exactly.
comedy to us.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
so that
And
if
that's how
you
it works.
play it funny, then most likely it's not going to be funny, but it's coming out of your character and out of
Right.
Nell's character and how he's become such a well-rounded character in the show.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, and we're still, we still have two. I have two more episodes to shoot, so I don't know what's going to happen at the end of it. But I'm sure it's going to be an amazing season. I'm looking forward to the ride.
Yeah,
Um, I
yeah.
can't wait. I think I'm more of a fan than most fans. I can't wait. Sunday, I'm ready to watch. You know what I mean?
Do you get the scripts ahead of time? Do you know your character's arc, or do you just get it before you start shooting?
No, I actually usually get the scripts like right maybe a week or so before we start shooting. So
Okay.
when I go back, I'm shooting episode 9 and 10, and I haven't seen it yet.
Got
So,
it. Got it. So now, and just talking about the process a little bit, because you are from Chicago, you live in
mhm,
LA, and
mhm.
now you go back to Chicago and everything, as do the other actors. Do you do the table reads out in LA, or do you do them in Chicago?
Well, before this season, we would do it in Chicago. Now we do the table reads via Zoom
Right,
because of
right.
COVID.
Of course.
So now we're doing it. You know, everyone could be in their own place. Because now we're just doing it on Zoom.
Now, so when you are back in Chicago filming, do people think you're just Darnell? Do people come up to you and just say, "Hey, Darnell"?
You know what? I've gotten it a couple of times. One time, actually, earlier this season, me, Jacob, and I know someone else who's me, Jacob, and and Marcus St. The character my buddy that plays Marcus St. John,
Yeah.
Joel Steingold. We were all out. We were at uh, one of those Euro restaurants.
Uh-huh.
We had just worked out and we went to go. I think it was Mr. Greek or something like that on
Okay.
Halsted,
Okay.
and we went out to go grab some gyros, and some people were coming in, and I thought they were going to notice Jacob, but they said, "Wait a minute, you the guy that plays the dad? Oh, you're his dad." And then but they noticed me first. I think they heard my voice first. But I think I get more recognized more in Chicago, and of course, with when you're wearing a mask,
Well,
it's a
yeah.
little But before this season, I mean, I get it when I go home. I'm back home, so I'm out. I'm on I'm on Michigan Avenue. I
Yeah.
go by the
Yeah.
lake. I get out. I don't try and stick around. I mean, I want to. I love to see the city, so I try to get out as much as I can.
I know. I was actually shocked when I went back there. I did not know that there was a Nutella store.
I went by there too.
Tella is my jam, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, there's a whole store.
It's a whole store. Yep, I went there too. I went there too.
Oh my god. I mean, you did The Shy, but this isn't your first series in Chicago because you were also on Prison Break, which I was a huge fan of the original Prison Break.
Oh yeah,
I thought that
yeah,
was an amazing series.
yeah. That was actually I want to say that was my first TV show.
Wow,
And
that's
I was in
that's
I
the
was
way
in
to
the
get inducted.
yeah I know I was in the pilot that was directed by Brett Ratner, and then I came back in a later on in the first season and had another role in there. But that was it was a great way to, like you said, it was a great way to start. Um, and at that time, a lot wasn't being shot in Chicago, so I think as I was feeling like I needed to get away because I wanted to do more. I had done a lot of theater
Sure.
in Chicago, and I
I
wanted
tell
to
people all the time that Chicago, to me, it's an amazing theater town. It's a better theater town than
incredible.
town.
It's incredible. I mean, the talent that's I think that's one of the reasons why so many of these Chicago shows work because of course
Mhm.
they are bringing in actors from New York or LA or whatever, but it's the local hires that are
Yeah.
making the shows so believable. You know what I mean? Because the talent in Chicago is just incredible,
Where
incredible.
did you work at in Chicago theater?
I mean, my roots are from ETA Creative Arts on the South Side,
Wow.
Black Ensemble Theater,
Like on
Congo
Summer
Square Theater. I've worked at the Goodman Theater a couple of times, all over. You know what I mean? I just it was just a great theater town. I did show up at Madison Rep. Um, I did Top Dog Underdog up there. So I mean, I worked that theater scene pretty well. But like I was saying, I wanted to go somewhere to do more TV and film, and I was hoping that actually back then I was hoping, man, I wish I could eventually come back. Just as they bringing in people to be on Prison Break, bring me back to be on a Chicago show, and
Yeah.
here it is, like years later, this is
Yeah,
happening. So
well, it is well deserved, and I'm really hoping to see Darnell in season 5 too, and everything.
and from your words to the screen, I receive it.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, I want to thank you so much for chatting it up with Real 360, man. This is a
Hey,
pleasure. Look
hey, Colin, it is a
forward.
real pleasure, man, chopping it up with you, man. We got
Absolutely.
the same roots, man.
Absolutely, 100%. It's been a pleasure talking with Darnell. I mean, Darnell.
It's all good. I go by that too.
I just called you Darnell now. Just put the Bluetooth in. Look for Rolando every Sunday night on Showtime on The Shy, which is just an amazing show, and we're big fans of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.